Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? What's down? What's going down? What's popping? We in this thing late night edition. Late night edition. I'll go ahead and start off and say this is not officially a Waffle House edition. This is just, you know, pretty much a talking shit edition. So we're just gonna come in and talk for maybe about a good hour, probably the longest an hour and a half and get on out of here. We're starting late tonight. So again, this ain't officially the Waffle House, but we in here on a Friday night, man. Good to be in here. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody doing good. Hope everybody doing well on this nice Friday, man. And y'all see me sweating a little bit. It's because I got home late and I just turned on my air conditioner. So it's kind of toasty in here. So hopefully it cools down. Rather quickly tonight. But didn't want to come in here, man, because I really hadn't had the opportunity to come on the channel and really do a draft recap of the Falcons. So I want to, take a little bit of time out and do that here tonight with y'all. So we'll do that, talk about our draft picks and discuss, what we thought about our draft picks as well. As you do come in, make sure to do your dog a big favor and Hulk smash that like button for your dog. Make sure to smash that like button, man. I definitely do appreciate it. Got the NBA playoffs going on. Of course, the NFL draft has just passed, and we're already in May. Y'all excuse me, I'm not great at math. May, June, July, August. Like, look, football season right around the corner. As y'all already know, them summer months go just like that. It seems like to me the winter months kind of drag out, and maybe because it gets dark earlier and it's colder, but summertime, it move like that, man. Before we know it, them guys gonna be in training camp, you know what I'm saying, preseason and all that stuff, man. So we here, man. We here, and every year I get excited about the Falcons, because I'm a football nerd. Whether I know we're gonna be sorry, or whether I have a feeling we may be good. I always get excited about the Birds, man. And I was real pleased about the draft. Also, so we're gonna talk about the draft as well tonight. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the draft. We finally got us a Georgia Bulldog with Mr. Jalen Walker up in this thing. So, we'll talk about him a great deal tonight also. Before we get this thing going, let's jump in the chat real quick. We got Atlanta supporter in the building. What's going on, my guy? How you doing tonight, man? Hope everything going well. He says, I need the Atlanta Bird game special with the future Super Bowl rings. I think they coming, man. I'm predicting. Of course, I'm a little biased, but I think within the next 4 years, man, we're going to win our first Super Bowl within the next 4 years. We got William Amy in the house. What's going on, William? Hope you're doing good tonight. Got our brother Demetrius in this thing. Since what's good, Todd, it's been a minute since you went live on Friday night. Let's get it. Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a good minute. And didn't plan on coming on tonight. That's why I said it's really not a Waffle House, but I realized, Hanny came and talked about the draft, man. So, that's doing a disservice. So we definitely got to come in tonight and talk about that. TG in the building, Hall of Fame tight end Tony Gonzalez in this building. Y'all didn't know Tony Gonzalez watching the show. I'm just joking. Got our brother in the house, Antonio Henderson in this thing. What's going on with you, man? Hope you're doing well tonight. Got our guy Coach in the building. Also, nice of you to leave IHOP and come to the slums. Come slumming up with us at the Waffle. I told you, man, we got gentrified, man. I'm working with the city, what I'm saying, to try to get everything back up and going, bro. T Terry in the house. What's going on? What's up with T Terry? How you doing tonight, bro? What's popping? Demetri says, by the way, can we talk about that international anthem players parodied by Big Low? Was he spin balls? Big shout out to Outkast for being inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yes, congratulations to Outkast. Inducted into the Hall of Fame, Atlanta's favorite sons. Big Low, I hadn't seen it yet, man, but I'm gonna make it my business either to watch it tonight before I go to sleep or sometime tomorrow. Big Low has some of the funniest videos, compilations that you're gonna find from a YouTube creator that covers the Falcons. We got our dog Cool C is in this thing. What's going on with Cool C? So yo 770 in the house. What's up with my there we go. What's happening with you, cool? See, always good to have you in here, man. Appreciate it. See, Terrence, the tired of people love you. Hey, appreciate the love, man. Thank you very much, man. Love the people back, man. Appreciate the good words. Always T Terry, man. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Demetri said LeBron ain't getting that fifth ring. He might not, man. He might not. He may have to change his role in order to get that elusive fifth NBA championship. We got our brother Winston in the house representing our test in here. Shout out to the eye test. We did talk NFL draft on the eye test on Wednesday night. So if you didn't get an opportunity to watch it, we had a hell of a show. So make sure to go watch the replay at the eye test. And while you watch the replay, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do subscribe to the guys on the eye test. Then that's Winston and his tag team partner. John is in this thing. Winston Austin's OTA start May 27th. That's this month. Y'all, that's like in 3 weeks. 3 weeks, man. I cannot wait. Sugar in the house. What's happening? What's your sugar? What's popping? What's going on? Sugar. We got our brother David Starks in this thing. What's up? Tidy, excellent draft. No matter what the pundits say, they need to keep Bill Belichick happy. Yeah, you know, that's a little bit of that also. Mr. Bill Belichick doing his little Shannon Sharp impression with his little young tender. You know what I'm saying? Well, I won't get into that, though. I ain't want to even mess with that. I ain't gonna mess with that. We got a special guest in the house. Coach, are you with us, sir?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, my brother. How you
Can
feeling
you
tonight?
hear me well? I don't have my headset in.
Yeah, you coming in perfect. You are coming
Okay, great.
in perfect. So coach, let's go ahead and start it. You know, you pretty much the defensive expert, you know, of the crew. So like I said, we talked about this on the eye test a little bit already. So coach, we went all defense in this draft. We had 5 draft picks. 80% of those were on the defensive side of the ball. So coach, like, tell me, after you saw the draft picks, knowing that we had a porous defense last year, like, how are you feeling about the draft picks and any player in particular?
Yeah. So I mean, uh, I was thoroughly excited and happy about our draft. I believe they did everything we needed them to do. I will say I am kind of wondering why, you know, in undrafted free agency, we didn't get another kicker. And before anybody try to kill me in the comments, I know we added another kicker, but competition is always good on the field. So, I want to see 4-5 kickers and may the best man win. But other than that, as far as the defensive players go, yeah, I'm excited. I think though, unfortunately, as always, I got to be the level-headed one. I don't think that our both of our first round picks are as ready as everybody think. I do think they have some growing to do, but can they get on the field and immediately make an impact? That's what I want to see. And as far as like who I'm excited about the most, I'm excited about our 2 safeties more than I am our 2 edge rushers or outside linebackers, whatever you want to call them. Uh, yeah, I'm excited to see our 2 safeties because those seem to be the steal of the draft. I can't wait to see them.
All right, and I know you mentioned the 2 rookies, and I do agree with you. You know, we can't ask them to come in and be Javon Curse's rookies, even though it would be damn great if they did. Uh, I'm going to ask you, Coach, and then we're going to bring everybody else in on the panel. Like, what's your, and I'm going to use this word, what's your realistic emphasis on the word realistic? What's your realistic expectations for your new edge rushers on defense that you got in the draft?
Realistically, I would like to see um I mean, it's just so hard because I don't know. I mean, I've had people tell me we're going to go 3-4 base, but it, but without knowing that, it's a little hard for me to say what I should see. But overall, I would like to at least see both of them get 2 to 3 sacks this year. That would be great. Um, but I also understand, w- college and NFL translations are different. But I definitely hope they come in and get the schemes down good and work on their you know on their bull rushes and their other ways to getting to the quarterback. But with that being said, like don't get me wrong, I'm extremely confident in these guys. I just I'm not sure if I'm jumping on their immediate all star bandwagon like everyone else do. I'm very skeptical. Yeah, you got to show me.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna say I think coach is setting the bar extremely low with only 2 to 3 sacks. So Winston, I'm gonna ask, what's your thoughts? What's your expectations for your brand new edge rushers you got out of the draft?
Man. Well, first and foremost, fellas, Todd, thanks for having us on this good evening. And everybody on the panel was happening.
What's
What's
up?
up?
What's up?
What's
All
Sam with it?
What's good? What's good?
right.
What's up?
All right. So I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like I think
What's up? What's
just
up, Winston?
just to like temper expectations and stuff. I think at very best we probably top out at like 14th overall defense. I see us more in like that 17, 18 range, which still is a massive jump for it. But I mean, like with those type of rookies, but at the same time though, the last time we had a draft class like this, they put it together at the end of the season and we went on the Super Bowl run. So I mean, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. I I do see us being comfortably in the 40 sack range. I see us around like 46 to 48 sacks. Um, but I mean, it's the excuse can't be we don't have the talent anymore. Like now it's literally on coaching. Do your job. Because Fondo he did his job and got the talent in the building. It's your job to make that talent work and make it shake. So it's up to Ulbrich at this point.
Okay, so Winston, coach said he's setting his bar for his rookies at 2 to 3 sacks this year for the rookie Pierce and Walker. Where you at realistically now? Not we
Between the
gonna
two,
yeah, but well each coach said I think 2 to 3 per person. So
Yeah,
where you at
yeah.
realistic?
Each.
each I got Walker at about 8 to 9, and I got Pierce around like
Shopping for a Thanksgiving turkey when
about man, what Thanksgiving? What the hell?
About
You got
six
some
months
time?
behind.
Well, shit, man. We back in the football season right then.
I know, right?
um, I got Walker at like 8 to 9. Hopefully he smack 10, and it's possible. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? It once again to go back to Auburn. So I say 8 to 9 comfortably, and Pierce probably around 6 to 7. Or
Okay.
Pierce could just pop like if they play it right, Walker would be the dominant name and Pierce would be the dominant pass rusher. And Pierce could actually go smack about 11, 12, and Walker do 8 to 9, and Walker would be an overall better player, but Pierce would be the pass rush specialist. That's
got
if Ulbrich played right.
All right, I could definitely did that. We're gonna go to our brother James on deck now. Another defensive guru on the panel. James, like, give us your, what you think about the draft overall, and let us know what your. I'm gonna keep saying the word realistic expectations for sack totals for Jalen Walker and James Pierce, JPJ.
Before I get started, how y'all doing tonight?
What's up,
Doing
brother?
good,
What's
sir.
up, brother?
What's going on, but
Overall, the draft was a plus for me. They addressed the needs of the team. That was the key thing to me. Um, the available model that they've been going by for the last 3 years, and they went ahead and went defensive heavy in this draft. Bowman, Watts, sleeper picks, real good sleeper picks. Um, Overall, those two guys, one Bowman playing the nickel, makes a lot of sense for his size, and Watts going over to the other side of the safety. Besides with Bates, that was smart for what they did in this draft. Um, Overall, with the realistic, I can I set the expectation for them for 7.5. If they can get 7.5 to 8 sacks, they did their job this season, and then they can just build from there. Um, I agree with Winston when it comes to the defensive scheme wise, uh, and when it comes to making Jalen Walker the piece you can scheme around the blitz from anywhere. Uh, and um, and overall, Pierce coming in to being that pure pass rusher. He only has one job to do: get to the quarterback, stop the run, and And that's the main thing. I agree with that whole deal. Whole ordeal.
I love it. I love it. Love it. We're gonna go to the next. I think we got some feedback coming from somebody, but we're gonna keep going. We got Antonio on deck. Antonio, as you hear, we're talking about, hey, give us what you thought about the draft overall. 80% of the draft for defensive guys, and like, what's your realistic expectations for sack totals for the two rookie edge rushers?
First of all, let me say what's up, fellas.
What's going on, bro?
What's
going
up,
on, bro?
Antonio?
What's
What's
up,
going
man?
on?
Overall, I give the draft the A, like I said the other night. And as far as my realistic expectations, like I give them, if they get 8 sacks per player, I'll be happy with that. But I think along with us getting our sack totals back up, I think that secondary going to be high on interceptions this year too because of the pressure we're going to have on them.
Good point. So more turnovers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's been another, Achilles heel for Atlanta, creating turnovers. But like you just said, you get more pressure on the quarterback. That's going to create more turnovers.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to keep going. We're going to go to Shawty Red. What's going on with your Red?
Yeah.
You there, Red?
Deacon Rhodes.
We'll come back to Red. He might have stepped away. Big Ron Thomas, you in the building?
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm sitting here doing my hand exercises. Is it my turn?
Yeah, you on deck.
Okay.
Hey, Winston said you got to put some lube on that, Red.
All right, Red, we're going to come back to you, give you time to get ready. We're going to go to Ron. Ron, what's going on with your big dog?
What's up, man?
Chilling.
I should see
Okay, that'll work.
I should see Walter get 8, and I should see James Pierce Jr. get 12.
Ooh.
I like that though. High expectations.
Run.
Yeah, I give us A plus on our draft. Of course.
All right, so Ron, I gotta ask you this because you have been for the years that I've known you, you've been one of the biggest critics of not taking UGA players early in the draft. Were you satisfied with Jalen Walker?
Hell yeah. Hell to the motherfucking yeah.
I knew you'd be happy, Ron. You one of the first persons I thought about when we drafted him.
Because me and my dad, we used to go to UGA games. And my pops died 10 years ago. And my pops used to say, why we don't never take UGA players. So soon we got Walker. I looked up, I said, well, Pops, we did it. We took one. We took a pit bull off of a leash. So yeah, we got one.
All right, perfect. I know that made you and your dad happy. That's good to see your dad. Somebody got some real bad feedback coming in. Red, is that you?
I'm 5 it is. I'm finna mute.
Mic check. I don't think it was Red.
I'm muted.
Yeah, I saw James was muted. Winston was muted. Tony, was that you?
It could be me. I'll be.
Mic check.
I was muted.
I think that's you, Coach.
All right, I'll stay muted.
All right, Red, you ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Okay, you on
Yeah,
deck?
can you hear me?
Yeah, you coming in?
Can y'all
good.
hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. So I was doing some of my hand exercises while everybody was talking. Okay. My expectations for the sack total for the two new guys, right?
Yeah, and what you thought about the draft overall? I know we talked about it already.
Well, you know, I loved it. I'm pretty much second the thoughts from everybody. We took some UGA players. We took some SEC players, thankfully. We took some dogs. See, that's the number one thing. To me, two guys we got, those are some dogs, man. Dogs on the defense. Pierce and Jalen Walker, those two guys alone. You know why I'm happy we got those two guys tighty and everybody on the panel? Because those two guys are going to weed out the weak links on this damn defense. You know why? Because they are used to playing with dogs all around them on defense. Jalen, dogs all around him at UGA. Pierce, dogs on his defense too. These two guys are going to come in and weed these little weaklings out of here. Get these weaklings off this defense and bring some dogs on this defense. Jalen and Leonard and Pierce leading the way, baby. That's what I'm happy about. See, you keep forgetting about the Leonard Floyd pickup. That's what's going to put this move over the top. You got Leonard Floyd leading the way. He's going to be the leader. He's going to be the vet. And he's going to show Jalen and James how we do things in the NFL. Leonard, we probably only need him here for a year or two, but that pickup was great. Jalen and James, man, if they can come in, see, I don't like to put no sack total numbers on it. I just be humble with it. I'll say 6.5 a piece for both and 8.5 for Leonard. And if they do anything more than that, I know we balling now. See, if they do more than 6.5 sacks, I know they kicking ass. If Leonard do more than 8.5, I know he balling. So I'm gonna say 8.5 for Leonard, 6.5 for Pierce and Jalen, 3 or 4 picks for Bates, couple of picks for AJ, 1 or 2 picks from one of them rookie safeties we got. Top 12 defense next year. Falcons have the most improved defense going in. Our offense gonna be straight. We going on the playoff run next year. So get ready, everybody. Ain't nothing stopping us now, man. Only thing gonna stop us now is dumb ass coaching. So Raheem and Jeff Ulbrich, it's on you, baby, because y'all got the pieces. You got talent on this team, so no excuses. Can't be crying to the front office saying, I need some talent. You got talent. So no excuses.
All right. Like Biggest say, sky's the limit. Now, you brought up a key name there, Red, and I want to ask the whole panel about this because a lot of y'all know a lot more about defense than I do. Where does Leonard Floyd fall in? Like, explain to me how this depth chart going to work for the pass rushers. Anybody who want to take a stab at it?
I'll go first.
I'll let them, but that but just a caveat was the
Go ahead, Coach.
reason why I said four sacks. I have no idea how they're going to do this. But go ahead, Winston.
Well, I mean, like me and Coach pretty much on the same mindset. Like because before the draft, before the go ahead, right?
I said for once, you and Coach on the same
I
line.
I know, right? But when it comes to defense, we don't really when it comes to defense, majority of the time me and him lockstep. But we definitely lockstep. But so before the draft, I was thinking we were going 4-3. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought we were going 4-3, especially with the Floyd addition. Like, I bet we can make that shake. After the draft, with the talent that you amassed and where you have the talent at to to best utilize everything you have, like you have the base out of 3-4. You have the base out of 3-4, but run a legitimate multiple front. Like I put it to you like that: the defense that Dean Pease wanted to run when he was first got here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the talent that you have to actually make that effective and
Now, I agree with that. I
highly
definitely
effective.
agree with that. Yeah, we ain't had a talent back then. We
We
got it
didn't
now.
have it. We didn't have it.
Hey Red, I'm gonna need you to sprinkle some Ritalin in that blunt you roll up, Red.
What you say, Tonio?
I'm gonna need you to sprinkle some Ritalin in that blunt you roll up tonight.
But look, another thing that a lot of people forgetting too. Everybody talking about Jalen Walker. Everybody talking about Pierce. They're talking about the Floyd pickup. They talk about AK every once in a while. Y'all forgot Braylon Trice come back this year.
Yeah,
Bra-
Ollie was talking about him in his interview.
Braylon Trice come back this year. Now,
No, we
for
ain't
for
forgot. I just don't want to
for
put no expectations on them though.
no, because I mean, like, all right, when we had the show back when last year draft, right? And I said it. Braylon Trice with the perfect pick to set Judon off because Trice is a supreme high pressure um pass rusher. He's a high pressure type of guy. He might not get a whole bunch of sacks, but you can feel his impact. He's a flusher. Judon is a finisher, right? All right. So let's say we line up 3-4. We got Anyamata. Say we got Anyamata, Aurora, and goddamn, let's say Zach Harrison. All right, you got Trice on one side, and you got Jalen Walker and Pierce on the other. Trice is going to flush everything to those two dominant pass rushers, finishers. He's gonna flush everything to them, and you're not gonna stand a chance because either those two screaming behind Harrison or they screaming behind Anyamata.
I
Like
think once we flush people out
that
the pocket,
that's how
so
serious this is. Like with the talent you have, you can legitimately do anything from a 4-3 all the way to a 4-6 bell. We had the talent for it. Remember the last time we was able to sit there and say that we had that for our defense. There's not a front that we can't play.
Yeah, I think what they should do. Well, I ain't gonna say I think what they're gonna do because again, we all know the Falcons Falcon. But if they were smart, what they would do is take a page out of Philly's
Got
book.
to stop
Like,
saying that now. We want the team to get better.
I mean, they until they prove it, you all you can do is go on history. But anyway, so I think what they should do is take a page out of Philly's book and just just keep swapping players, just keep swapping players, so that they're never really tired. You always got a fresh pair of legs. You send them multiple
Send them
times.
away.
It's
that's what
hard.
Ali said. That's what Ali said in his interview. As far as we got as far as how deep the room is. He said we're gonna always have fresh players on the field, and having that attacking defense that he's talking about. Hey, I think we're gonna be top 10 on both sides of the ball this year.
Right, which is again why I said, I don't like until we know how they do it. Just thinking, that's why I'm like four sacks for the rookies apiece will be good because who knows how much actual playing time they get. They're going to be swapped in and out, but it's a good issue to have. But I will say, damn, we got a ton of people in in the room, so we definitely gonna have some disgruntled. I think we're gonna have some disgruntled people this year because everybody gonna want burn
Hold
and
up. Why they
all.
gonna be disgruntled if we win it?
AK gonna be the odd man out, and he
That's-
coming up,
Well, I
and
don't care about
and
him being
you can,
and he
you
coming
can
up on the
only have
contract year.
you can only have 11 people on the field, Red, and then you only got so many plays in a
well. Look,
football game.
the
So
ones we're gonna put the ones on the field that's making plays. If you ain't making plays, we don't care about you crying anyway. We putting the
I,
best
I,
ones on the field. All the scrubs and the pussies stay on the sideline.
I put it to you. Look, I put it to you like this: D'Angelo Malone has a better chance of making the team after this year than AK-47 or AK-17 now, because D'Angelo Malone plays special team and he's damn good at it. He has a better chance of making the team than AK.
And what about Troy Montana Anderson? Does he even fit on
if
the team
if
anymore?
if he don't get better in his
Average.
and his pass protection, then he can hit the road. I
He
mean,
can hit. He can
Pass
hit the
defense.
road now.
you can't have one that's good in pass protection, and I mean, excuse me, and not pass protection and pass defense, and then one that's good in run defense. Like it's not like I mean, at least one of the two of them should never really see the field. Like I don't know who that was.
You was breaking up, coach.
I don't
Oh,
call him AK-47 either. I call him AK-6 shooter, like that dude on Harlem Night that was shooting that gun next to Arsenio Hall. You don't stop shooting that little shit. That stuff.
Am I better?
You coming in and out. Keep talking.
Check, mic check.
You
Can
good.
you hear me?
Yeah, you
All
good.
right.
All right. So I want to ask y'all this: do y'all feel like there's anybody noteworthy at risk of not making the team?
Well, the two guys we got.
You talking about the 53 for this year?
We are on defense. Defense specifically.
Yeah, like for the 53 this year though, defensive.
Yeah, right. Defense.
Not from anybody we drafted.
Well, Troy will probably make it. Yo,
Somebody got bad feedback again.
hold on, I'm about to meet mine.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Okay, I think we're good now.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Winston.
All right, so Troy making it as depth for Caden Ellis. Damn, we forgot we picked up Diablo too. So Diablo gonna make it. D'Angelo Malone play defense and special team. So
Yeah, they were talking about Diablo too. They said that boy got a high ass motor.
yes, he do. You ever asked him actually sit there and watch his game tape?
Dog, let's wait for him to play for us, and we'll see how
Bro,
high he
nah,
got.
go look at his tape. Go look at his tape. Like Diablo is like that. Legitimately. It was just they just ran bum ass schemes over there in Oakland. So the whole defense looked terrible. But Diablo is like legitimately like that. Hell.
Now Bertrand might be on the damn practice squad.
Who?
Bertrand,
I don't
Gavin
think
Madison.
I don't think Bertrand be on the practice squad. He'll
No,
be in
he
rotation
first time
still.
earned. He'll be on special teams. He earned some special teams.
It'll be more Montana Troy than anything that may end up getting
By
cut.
the fact, yeah, that's who gonna take that play.
Troy got one of the highest athleticism. Like they not gonna give up on that.
And
I
Who?
don't know.
he got one of the highest injury prones in the NFL as well.
True, but at the
And,
same time,
and
like Bertrand was just drafted last year, so you can put him on the practice squad. You can put him, you can hide him on the practice squad, and if Montana end up Montana again, then you elevate Bertrand.
All right, y'all. Jay Coop said D Alford is gone. Y'all think he could get cut?
yep,
Yep.
for the
Alford
contract,
been cut.
No, he
He
back
already
now.
got kicked.
No,
he
he
Yeah,
back.
got cut.
he came back and he about to go back out the door.
Uh,
Oh, wait a minute. We bought him back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we brought him
we
back like
brought it back like
2 weeks
a
later.
month ago.
Oh, okay.
How
Okay.
long
yeah,
ago? Yeah, it
I
wasn't
don't
that
know.
long ago.
We'll probably bring him to camp. Now, if he don't do good in camp, he might get cut.
Yeah,
He's
he
going to
definitely
get
gonna cut.
cut.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think he'll be
for
cut. Being
for a
between those
corner,
stuff.
he had the lowest rated grade. Like his first 8 weeks of last season, quarterbacks that targeted him had a perfect passer rating for the first 8 weeks of the season.
What
Like
game was that he got ate alive? Wasn't that Washington game?
all of them,
That
all of
Minnesota
them,
game.
all
Oh,
of
okay.
them.
Minnesota. Yeah,
No,
that was.
don't say a. No, how many? That's the better
I
question.
mean, y'all know me. I think that was a bit of crappy coaching as well. They didn't. They last year was a bad year. But yeah, I think he'll be let go, especially with we got two brand new safeties, and honestly, I think if they were smart, they would put one at cornerback.
They got Kobe Bryant too. So
Yeah, like if anything, like Kobe will go outside and they move Mike Hughes inside. To be honest, that would be the best move. Move Mike Hughes inside to nickel and let him play like Brian Poole did for us. That would be the best move. What in the world, boy?
Yeah,
What's going
I
on, Lo?
agree.
All right, so it sounds like we got D Alford as a possibility. Somebody got some feedback coming in again. All right, so one thing I want to talk about, y'all, we're gonna keep, of course, talking about the draft all throughout the night, but I want to talk about Jeff Ulbrich's apology. Not really so much talking about Shador because we spent a good amount of time Wednesday night talking about Shador, so we don't really have to dig into that again. But I do want to shift it more into the apology of Jeff Ulbrich. Did y'all have an opportunity to watch his apology?
yeah, I watched it.
Yes,
Yeah,
I watch it, but I listen to it.
All
yeah. I
right.
posted it in the Atlanta Bird game when he
All right.
did it.
If y'all don't mind, we're gonna take just a short period of time and watch his apology, and then also talk through it if y'all don't mind.
Should have took his belt off and whooped his son in the interview.
So yeah, so let's take a quick moment and take a look at this.
He's still making $800,000 after taxes.
Jeff, do an opening statement. Open up for 2 questions.
First of all, I'd like to publicly apologize to Shador and the Sanders family for what occurred. Second of all, I want to publicly apologize to Mr. Blaine, Terry Fontenot, Raheem Morris, and the entire Falcons organization. My actions have not protected confidential data. My son's actions were absolutely inexcusable, and for that, we are both deeply sorry. The NFL has taken action, and I fully respect the punishment. We take full responsibility, my son and myself, and we will not be appealing the fine in any way. going forward, I promise my son and I will work hard to demonstrate we are better than this. Again, I'm deeply sorry for our actions.
Questions?
Yeah, when did you become aware that he was involved in the situation?
After the draft, yeah.
What was your reaction and how did you process it with your family and the thing?
Yeah, obviously not happy and shocked. So I made the Falcons aware of the situation, and then our next course of action was to try to get a hold of the Sanders family so we could apologize in person, which we were able to do. The Sanders family, Shadur and Coach Sanders, were amazingly gracious, more gracious than they needed to be in a moment like this.
So they sue your ass.
Yes, and it was an opportunity for myself and for my son to apologize.
Just, what's this been like for you as a coach, and I guess family-wise as a dad going through the last 72 hours?
Yeah, they've been challenging, but we brought this upon ourselves, and the fact that I didn't protect the data well enough, and my son did something. Obviously, he has a great amount of regret.
You
could have had a so ass.
kind of how this happened. There's a statement about that you left the iPad open, but like kind of were you home or kind of what were the circumstances?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I did not protect confidential NFL data well enough with the device I had with the Falcons.
How hard was it for you to kind of manage the emotions of like you're coming off of such a fun and exciting draft and then kind of having to deal with this kind of at the same time afterwards? Just how were you able to compartmentalize and deal with it?
Yeah, it's another part of the regret. Obviously, tremendous amount of regret for what my son did and for what I allowed in being neglectful in that way. But it's another part of the regret is there's so many amazing people in this building that did an amazing job in this draft process, and then to pull it off on draft weekend and do as well as they did, it's hard because those people should be celebrated in these moments, and they probably weren't as much as they should have been.
You mentioned wanting to go forward and demonstrate.
Yes.
That you're more than discussions. What things you have in mind? I know there were some maybe some charitable things you were getting involved in.
Absolutely, we're in the process of that now, but it will be action. I promise you that.
One more.
Jeff, I know this is obviously incredibly emotional for you in so many different facets, but what's the hardest thing about navigating this? Because you're stuck between dad, feeling for aligning with people, feeling for Shadur, and also your employer as well.
Yeah, it's difficult, but like I said, it's something that I brought upon myself, and my son brought upon himself. So it's one of those things where we gotta take this on the chin, and we absolutely are doing that and taking full responsibility. And I'm hopeful we'll grow and be better because of it.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, so he pretty much said it will be handled. He took accountability. He said somebody got the feedback coming in again. But he took accountability. He said it will be handled. He apologized to the Falcons. He apologized to the Sanders family. Now, I do want to paint a picture. As we all already know, around the same time last year, we were fined. I think Terry Fontenot got fined $50,000 for tampering. Then we lost a 5th round draft pick. And exactly a calendar year later, we are back in the headlines again, national headlines for this prank call. So I really want to talk more about how the Falcons play into this and less about the Shadur Sanders draft process, because we spent a lot of time on that already. This is a big topic of debate that I've seen in Falcons internet world, and I want everybody on the panel to give me your opinion, and we'll talk about this. The question: is this a big deal or no big deal?
Now that the fine's been paid out, I mean, it's not a big deal no more. But from my standpoint, like Jeff Ulbrich's son, like he too old to get his ass whooped, but me and him would have to square up for real.
Yeah,
he could have cost his daddy his job. Real talk.
Yeah, I'm with Antonio on this.
Because
It's not a big deal because we didn't lose any draft picks, but it is a big deal to the standpoint of, yeah, dude, you can't be messing with your dad's job, man. I mean, something serious could have happened from this. The fact that it didn't, okay, cool, but yeah, and then like I say, that's the last thing the Falcons need is more, more off the field stuff going on with the organization. So, no big deal right now because the punishment was kind of light, but going forward, we got to get in control. We got to stop having these issues, man. All these issues is having us off the field. We more worried about off the field stuff than on the field stuff. So just got to get the off the field stuff corrected.
And not just that, even from a legal standpoint, the Falcons got to be prepared because if Shador wanted to sue the Falcons, he could.
He better sue. Now, personally, I don't think the whole team should get this. I mean, this is the actions of one immature kid in Joe Ulbrich. So whatever his name is. So I just don't think
when it came down from the NFL, then the Falcons got fined $250,000.
Yeah, well, the NFL, they do what they do. But I'm just saying, me personally, I'm not looking at it as this is a team issue. I mean, this is, like I say, the actions of two immature kids, the Ulbrich kid, and then there's another kid out there calling folks too. So the immature act,
Ulbrich could take that hit though because the man make over $1 million a year. The man make $800,000 after taxes. So
yeah.
So my thoughts on this, right, is listening to this. He is the perfect example of a man. He is a perfect example of a father. Although he had nothing to do with it, he put all the blame on himself. He didn't really throw his son under the bus. He just said his son knew better.
Coach, damn well you'd have been sitting on the front porch waiting on your son to come home.
Yeah, that's behind closed doors. I would never do it in public though. I would never throw my son under the bus in public. Nah, behind closed door. Oh yeah, I'm going upside his head. Because the one thing that a lot of us are not talking about is it's a good thing that it was just a contact information. Because had this been any type of medical information, he just violated federal law and HIPAA and. I mean that goes to a whole other realm. So, it was stupid. We've all done it though. I just think it was blown a little bit out of proportion, but I think Jeff did what he was supposed to do. Take the bullet, stand on the tracks, whatever you want to call it, for his son. But yeah, behind closed doors, I'm 50 Cent in. I'm whooping that head, boy. For real.
Yeah.
We too old for ass whooping.
I told you he should get kicked out.
Ain't no ass whooping, bro. I'm putting the paws on you, bro.
Yeah, you gotta take him in the backyard.
Yeah, we going outside.
we going out back. And Mom, you stay in the house. We be back in a little bit. I need to talk with him. I'm gonna beat the brakes off his ass. Because at the end of the day, bro, you could have cost me my job. You cost me $100,000. All right, I done made money, but $100,000 is $100,000. I don't give a damn how much money you got.
I don't give a fuck. That's my money.
I don't give a damn how much money you got. $100,000 is $100,000. But at worst case scenario, you could have got me fired. You could have got me blackballed from the NFL.
What was his son's name again?
Jack.
Jack?
Yeah, like Jacksonville.
Hey, you know how the wife daddy be like, come on, Jack, you fucking up, dude. Come on.
What do you say? Duval.
Yeah, but I mean,
we talking about Jackson Sons of Anarchy.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you. I would have did him something dirty in the backyard. And then I would have made him I would have made him go get a job and pay his way through college. So shit. Lumped up and all. Lumped up and all.
I'm in the sip. I almost went up the aisle for a second. We gotta get away from this negative image. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it's not to some, it's not a big deal, but the public image of the Falcons is they can't handle their business. Look at the last 2 years with Kirk Cousins and the bullshit behind that. Now this bullshit here, and we just gotta shy away from that. We gotta get away from that.
All you
And
gotta do,
because we,
James, win some games.
Not James, not even that. I mean, just think we had the Vic situation. Like we, as Falcons fans, we done had some doozies go on up in here. We had
yes, sir,
we had
Now,
Mike Vick. We had the Calvin Ridley. Like we done had some shit going on.
We pump
yeah,
fake crowd noise.
we
Yeah.
had Andre Rison getting his mansion burned down.
Yeah, people forget about that. Well, they don't forget about it, but it's not mentioned that much
Like,
anymore.
being a Falcon is risky. That's some real shit.
Risque.
It's risque. I'm trying to tell you. There's a
Yeah.
lot of shit come behind that goddamn black and red bird, man.
Let me tell y'all my opinion on it. I think ultimately once the season really gets going, it'll kind of course it's gonna fall to the wayside because you're gonna have more stuff in the news. But
Of course.
just like James and just like y'all just reiterated, because of the past, I think it is a big deal, significant deal, and it's subjective. It all depends on what you consider big. Like me, I consider $1,000 a lot of money. Some of y'all may consider that weekend chump change. So it's all subjective. But based on this same time last year, we was in we was in top of the news in the sports world for Kirk Cousins, and then we come right around the same amount of time we back in the news. Now, don't get me wrong, $250,000 to the Falcons, that ain't nothing. They done lost more money than that with a bad accountant, and they never knew it. But as far as like Ulbrich, and I'm sure he's a millionaire, multi-millionaire. I'm not trying to count his pockets, but yet it's still after taxes, he makes $800,000. And if you have to take $100,000 fine, that's like if we make I'm gonna put it in regular Joe terms. If we make $70,000 a year at our job, that means you're gonna lose $10,000. That's a pretty significant chunk of your money. And to put it in more layman's terms, it's like if we do something, go against company guidelines at work, and they call us in human resources, they say, look, you done broke the rules. We ain't gonna fire you, but we are gonna write you up and we're gonna suspend you for 2 weeks without pay. And if you're making $70,000 a year, man, that's a pretty significant amount of money. So again, I think, of course, we're gonna ultimately get past this. Something else gonna be in the headlines in 2 weeks, but I think it's pretty significant, and I think it's significant also to Terry Fontenot because now this is 2 black eyes that's in his regime as a general manager. So it's almost like the boss Arthur Blank looking at this like y'all sloppy, and we already been sloppy. So it just gives him more leverage to pull the trigger if the season don't go like we think the season should go. That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, because his salary, they got posted. He made $1.6 million a year with the Falcons.
Right.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, Tommy.
After taxes, $800,000.
Right.
I hear what you're saying, Toddy. I don't think though. I don't think it is really that serious. You know what I mean? I think it's looked at so bad because of what Shador was going through at the time. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, every person except for the newer generation, but those of us our age and older, we all done hit star 67 before and prank calls and people people now. I don't think the bosses are looking at it like that. I think the issue more with them is the fact that he didn't hold he had a data breach. That is significant, like in the IT community, in the community of what they're doing. any type of breach in data, that in and of itself is a fireable offense. Because you know what I'm saying. Anybody could have got your iPad and introduced a virus into the system. Like you got to protect that stuff. So I think really that'd be more. I think that's more probably what they chewed him out about versus the actual call in and of itself is the fact that he didn't secure that data. Like I said, had it been a single medical anything on there about medical, hey, he got a bum knee in 5th grade. Well, now you just violated HIPAA, and the Atlanta Falcons would be on the hook for that. So it's. I just don't think it's that huge of a deal.
I don't
I
either.
don't think it'll be leverage to fire anybody. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's a fireable offense, but I go back to you getting written up. That's one thing in your human resources.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
But again, we'll be over this in 2 weeks or something else. We'll be in the headlines. But it just sucks to always be at this point of the year, and then we be like, all right, here come the Falcons with their bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the season started, they'll forget about us. Tidy, Cowboys and some of these other teams, they're gonna do something to make it everybody forget about their little shit right here.
I mean, look, OTAs start May 27th. As soon as the OTAs start up, or we pick up somebody becomes available between here and there, and we pick somebody up, they're not even gonna think about this shit no more.
Man, they ain't gonna be thinking about this shit.
Fact,
Jerry Jones opened their mouth, start rambling on about something. They ain't gonna be thinking about that. They're gonna forget about Jeff Ulbrich boring ass. Forget about his son, nobody ass. If we come out kicking ass, all it's gonna be about, man, them Falcons sure got some dogs on defense now. Who they defensive coach? Jeff Ulbrich? Oh yeah, the one whose son fucked. I'm just playing.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest though. Jeff Ulbrich do what he's supposed to do. If he's able to do what he's supposed to do and stick around for 2 years, he'll have another head coaching job.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? And you know what? Jeff Ulbrich, he left the Jets coming here. When you look at it, you could have said, man, you downgraded. But now I see the pieces we got on defense. Shit, we got just as many pieces as the Jets got. So, hey, I expect our defense to be just as good as the Jets defense was.
But I keep it a band with you too, though. Our offensive coordinator will probably be going after this year.
Yeah.
If our offense kicking ass and we in the playoffs with a historic offense,
our offense wasn't bad last year.
Right. You
Our
better
offense
make
wasn't bad
a
last year.
playoff run, or his ass ain't going nowhere.
And then,
I
another standing point though too was when we transitioned from Cousins to Penix. You saw the adaptation and evolution of his offense on the flat.
He might
you
not
saw
leave,
the evolution of his offense on the flat.
He might want
after
to
this
stay,
year, he's gone.
Nah, he might want to stay one more year, see if he can win the championship.
I don't know who will hire him because he to me he was ass, but neither here nor there.
And honestly, who the hell gonna hire that clown? Almost one man just got here. He need to prove himself a couple of years before I hire him as head coach.
No,
don't.
You need is one sensational season or two consistent seasons.
Red, look at the fact that they hired Arthur Smith after one good year. So
what good year? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah,
but I mean,
but you gotta keep in mind we was a top 10, top 8 offense last year, y'all. Like that's stuff ain't easy to do.
That's what I'm saying.
Now hold on. Now the Titans hired Arthur Smith, but Arthur Smith went to the AFC Championship game. So if we go to the NFC Championship game, okay, I can see them hiring him. But we don't make no playoff run. He's gonna keep his ass right here.
I don't know. Like if our offense is as successful as it was last year,
he's gonna get a head coaching job. I promise you, he's gonna get nod. he's gonna get none. Now, if he decides to leave or not, that's on him. But he's
I
gonna
hope
get
somebody
none.
else.
He gonna
I
get
hope
look.
I let him do a couple of interviews, but I hope they hire somebody else.
You gotta look at it like this. Like, look what he came in and did for Ray McLeod. And for the first time in his year, he had a breakout year. Drake London had a career year. Bijan had a career year. You know, our offense was top 8 in the league. Darnell Mooney had a breakout year. Like, man, we had a lot of people on offense. And then he had to deal with Kirk Cousins having that 5-game drop and still was able to put a top 8 offense on the field.
Yeah, so like
I like that. That's why I'm gonna force him to
let's take the 5 games out. Let's take 5 games out and actually extrapolate that over an entire season. That's like a
I
top
tell you
5
what,
offense.
if Raheem fucking up next year, coaching wise, I'm just gonna fire Raheem and make Zach the head coach.
It's crazy how different we see things because, yeah, y'all seen that. I seen
Look,
but that's neither here nor there. We're not gonna rehash that.
We still
That was
finished
last year.
top 8. We finished top 8. We had 5 horrible games by Kirk in a row.
But that don't.
Coach, when you look at it, though,
Because we won, don't mean just because we won, I mean it was a good job.
Take
Coach,
those
you gotta
5,
look at
take those
you gotta
5
look at what Zach
bad
did
games
with
from
all
Kirk
those
out
guys.
of the way, and just
We had career years.
have
From a lot of
consistent play at the quarterback position. That's the top 4 offense. Easy. Top 4 or 5 offense.
Hey, Ty.
What's up?
Hey, can you pull up that interview with Nate Ollie?
With who?
With the defensive coordinator, Nate Ollie, the Nate Ollie part.
All right, hold on.
But yeah, Coach, we got career years out of Drake, Bijan.
Again, just because things happen don't mean that how they happen was good. I seen a lot of garbage last year, a lot, and we pointed it out in the film study. Like, just because we ended up top 8 don't mean that he did a good job. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's why, I say he need to stay a couple of more years to really get the most out of his offense. I ain't ready for him to just dip.
Shit, I wanted them gone when they sent the other one out the door.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you hated both of the coordinators, Coach.
So Coach, let me ask you this question: it was the top 8 offense, and you still want to get rid of them? Why?
Because I watched him call a screen on offense 3 times in a row to the same side. I just watched him do things that even a high school football coach wouldn't do. That's why. Just because your results are good, don't mean how you got there was good.
So
I could fail to put the correct oil in your car. You still can get possibly home, but once you get home, you're gonna grab like the journey ain't gonna start again. You know what I'm saying? Just because it worked don't mean that it was the way to go. That's all I'm saying. But that was last year. We moved on. Ain't gonna hash that all over again. I spent all last season talking about them bums.
Hey, listen to what Nate Ollie had to say though.
Let me hear you, Nate.
No, that's Jerry great.
But really excited about Walker too, man. What he can do, like that guy can really rush inside over guard. So really, we should start thinking about like our third down rush group, putting them over side, like rushing over guards, kind of put them like in a spinner package and things like that, man. Just excited of everything we can do with the pass rusher, man. It's exciting.
How do you control that though? Like, because you say, hey, we got all these many options and what we can do. How do you kind of dwindle it down to where you still maximize the player?
Yeah, so we all know, man, how the NFL and how the game is going, man. It's like most of these games, you're not blowing nobody out. Like these games are lost at the end of the minute in the 2 minute in the second half or end of the 2 minute in the fourth quarter. And you need everybody. You can never have enough rushers. Really, I stamp that. I stand on that, man. You can never have enough rushers. So when a guy gets tired, you can just go in waves. Everything we trying to do now, it's like not we trying to be like Mike Tyson and throw haymakers. Like we getting off the ball, attacking, throwing haymakers. No jabs. You know what I mean? No jab. It's all haymakers that we trying to do. And you need rushers, man. You need rush. And with Jock coming in, man, and Timo and all that, we're going to establish that.
Coming out of Chicago, how do you feel your upbringing helped you get to where you are now?
Man, that's a long story now. We can talk about that. We can talk about that all day, man. Just just like growing up in Chicago, growing up in the inner city, it's kind of funny because some people, when they say they from Chicago, then you ask them what part, and they throw out a suburb, and I'm like, nah, I'm from the actual the city of Chicago. Yeah, like same thing. Like somebody from the city of Chicago. So just that, man. Having my mom raised me, like kind of grew up with my mom, my grandparents, and grew up like in a 2-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom apartment, man. We all just standing there, man, and just working hard and just hard work, man. I think it was down there just to teach you hard work, and just excited to be where I'm at right now, man. It's a blessing. Appreciate
What was it about the Falcons that drew you to Atlanta?
Man, just exciting to be able to work with Brick again, and then too, like work with Brick over there with the Jets, and just excited about getting in the attack front. Just love it, man. Been in the attack style front since we've been in the league, and I just want to keep that going, man. Get these guys going and unlock everything.
Your first draft here, and you get 2 guys that'll benefit your attack of plan. How blessed do you feel after this draft?
Blessed, man. Working, like keep saying, like working with Jock. Like we're gonna be working together, man, and getting these guys rolling, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, man. But like I said, we can never have enough rushers. Got a lot of rushers, man. Working with these guys and getting these guys getting off the ball, man. I'm just excited about it. Really excited about it.
Were you like clued into like, hey, we were gonna try to move up to get?
Nah, kind of they did a good job, like man. But like I was in there just yelling, man, let them cook. Let Terry, let Kyle, man, let them guys cook, man. Really excited about it. It's probably one of the best drives I've been a part of. Just really excited about what they did, like really defending, really doing a good job of getting the stuff on defense, and just excited about I'm just like cheesing right now. Just really just excited about the guys we get to work with, man. It's getting like waves of pass rush. Can't say it enough. We have waves of pass rush when guys get tired. We talk about like having like no weak links and not missing a beat. So we want guys getting off on the football. Like I keep saying, we throwing haymakers, and it's hard to do that for 60 plays in a row, right? So you need waves of guys that go out there because you think about the offensive line, they don't sub, right? We sub, right? We're going to sub, and you get waves of pass rush. It's going to be fun.
The attack style. Why do you feel like that works? And like you obviously subscribe to it and are coaching it.
So it's just really like whatever you I'm convicted in it. Whatever you convicted in, we didn't have success in it. As far as like defensive line success in it with attack style, and that's just what I've been accustomed to since I've been in the league. It's a lot of ways to win. You can read. Some guys, read, stay on the line. But all I know is get off the ball and attack. That's all I know. That's all I know. You ask me anything, I'm just gonna say get off.
I know you can't compare Rook and Brandon necessarily to where they were a year ago here, but from what you've seen on film to what you see now with your eyes, what kind of players are they now?
Oh man, love it. Actually, really, because I was over in Houston last year and was watching them when they came out of college. Really love what this attack front can help Rook out with, like getting them off the ball, flying off the ball, taking the thinking out, and just get that guy just going, right? And he can. What we talk about. Rook is special because Rook can win in the B gap. Like a lot of rushers, like especially like 3 techniques, guys that can win in the B gap. And also we talking about thrash rush, guys that can work with power. So really excited to work with Rook with that. All right, talking about Brandon, right? Brandon is like our special, what do you call it, utility weapon? Like, because Brandon's going to have to do some stuff inside, and we're going to actually put Brandon out on the edge this year. So that's going to be good right here. Like Brandon has to be a mismatch versus the tight ends, right? Destroy tight ends. And we're excited to see what Brandon Douglas can do. And also, too, like we talk about Brandon going inside and rushing. He's very, like when he was in Oregon, like this guy can rush inside. And we talking about winning in the B gap that way. So really excited to work with both of those guys in the pass rush.
So do you think what you're going to do stylistically, going back to what you said about Rook, stylistically fit Rook better than what they were doing last year?
Yeah, so like I said, this be me, Jock, Timu. We all be teaming up, man. And what we're going to do with these guys here, man, get these guys fixing their stands, get them on their track, and just letting them go. All right, let them go. I would say the saying we got in there, but I just say right now, we say GTFO. All right, you can take it what that mean right there, all right? So that's the kind of what we saying, we're GTFO, and that's what we want those guys to do.
How does Zach Harrison fit along your front?
Same thing, man. Zach, really loved Zach when he came out. Like, really putting Zach out. Zach's going to be out at edge for us. So we call that, like, our big end. So Zach could be like our big end and really feel like we can unlock Zach and do a lot of stuff and get him going off the football and not thinking and being a mismatch versus tight ends. And also, too, believe that Zach has a little bit in his body to win off on the edge, too, as well. So Zach is kind of a utility weapon, him and Dorless to be like our big ends. And saying like Zach has to be an ambassador, right? We talking about being an ambassador of being a mismatch versus a tight end around the league.
You seem pretty fired up about Brandon Dorless. What gives you that excitement?
Man, I really like him coming out. Like, really, like this guy can rush. Like, you see on my mind, I'm always thinking about rush, right? Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. So really just excited about working with Dorless, like what he can do and just really unlocking everything about him. We kind of think about him when I kind of got to end, it was kind of working with Dio Dangbo, like kind of got there. Dio was like year 2 and got to see Dio for 2 years grow. Like first year he had like 5 with us. Then this next year he had like 8.5. And just watching him, seeing him growing like that type of role, it'll be fun. He actually asked for some Dio Dangbo tape today, so that was actually pretty good.
I'm Diablo.
All right, y'all. So what's his biography? I'm not real familiar with him.
Nate Albert, he's D-line coach with the Texans. He has worked with the Colts and Eagles that I know of.
Eagles.
No, he got pedigree. He got pedigree.
Yeah, he got pedigree.
He got solid pedigree.
I'm saying, how his lines do? Is his lines like near the top of the league in sacks?
All right, I put it to you like this: when the Texans, all right, he was their D-line coach last year and the year beforehand. When he first got there was the year beforehand when their defense was like that.
Yeah, they had them rookies.
When D'Amico got there, he got there.
Yeah.
When D'Amico got there,
Yeah, he had them rookies producing, bro.
Yeah, like
I remember last year they were balling. That's why I say he was there last year.
year before him when they went to the playoffs.
They went to the playoffs last
balling.
Yeah, he in person worked with Brandon Graham, Will Anderson.
I tell you
Hunter.
what, Winston, he wasn't too high on Brandon Dorless. He had to make something up for his ass.
No, it's the boy. Stop.
Majority of that man interviewed by Brandon Dorless.
Rich, you must ain't listening, bro.
That girl kept bringing him up.
Man,
Hey, Tidy, the next part where that dude right there, watch how he talk about Diablo. He said Diablo was a fucking freak, bro.
I'm trying to tell you.
Can we wait till some of these guys get on the field first for y'all stop?
Who is that? Is that Kyle Smith?
Go
listen to what he said about Diablo.
Go look at the Raiders game last year and see how Diablo jump out the screen.
Now he linebacker.
Linebacker.
Yeah, middle linebacker.
Right. He'll be right beside Kate Dallas. When the season starts, I promise you, I bet you know his number quick.
Yeah, he said Diablo is a fucking beast, bro. Watch what he say.
I mean, it really depends. It really depends on what we run. Like if he does great at middle linebacker,
let me clear that right quick.
I can see a 3-4. I can also see a 4-3. I can also see 3-3-5.
We need to run Georgia defense.
Y'all. Ulbrich has already said there's going to be a multiple front out of the 3-4. He has already said it.
I get it. I understand.
I tell you this, James. We got the linebackers.
That's not saying nothing, though.
Yeah,
like
he's literally giving you the coach. He's literally giving you what he's going to run. The 4-3 is going to be involved, but it's going to be in sub six. You can run a 4-3 out. You know defense, coach. Yeah. You know
Winston. What I'm saying is, with the characters that we got, if you're going to run a 3-4, then it should be nonstop zone blitz all day long. You should have like we should be number one, like even like maybe 20-30 blitzes more than the next person but behind us.
Understandable. So, but Ulbrich got that in his repertoire. I've been studying Ulbrich for a while, but Ulbrich got that in his repertoire that he can really run 4-3-3-4 and he can be on multiple fronts. So that zone blitz scheme is going to be in there.
I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying I want to see. I'm anxious to see how he does it. That's all I'm saying. I'm
All right,
anxious to see
let me throw this in there real quick. All right,
Tidy, how many sacks did the Jets have last year?
I'm not sure.
probably like 50. To be honest.
They keep a top defense.
I'll tell you exactly how Diablo played. Diablo played like Deion Jones when Deion Jones was healthy.
Okay, well, I take
Yeah.
that.
And so, and let me say this, and then we
I
can
think
move
he's a
forward.
little bit bigger than Deion Jones.
Yeah,
That's how he played.
That's
but
better.
he's
'Cause
fast.
Dion's
That
small,
boy
but he
fast.
made plays though.
Yeah,
That's the only reason I like.
and he's taller. And he's taller. I
You
mean,
know
he's
what,
big and
y'all?
taller,
Well, we
but
went
plays
Jets,
like
to the
Deion
Jets
Super
Jones.
had
Bowl.
43 sacks,
We
Red.
went to the
43.
Super Bowl with that class right there. That class that Deion Jones got drafted in. That's the team that went to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Jets
Yeah.
had 43
They clad just as good.
It
So
went
all we
because
need
of them, though, Red. It went because of them.
43 sacks, Red.
the Jets.
Yeah.
What was that? Was that top 10 in the league or something?
Hell no. 43? No, sir.
Well, it's in there because the Eagles weren't too far ahead of that.
The
I
Eagles
think the
had like
Eagles-
50. The Eagles had like 50 something, right?
No. Eagles had like maybe I seen them wrong. I thought the Eagles had hold on.
Don't
Yeah,
be
look
saying
it up
right.
right quick.
I want to say they had like 72.
They
I
was
want
at
to say they
top.
had like 72. I think Denver led the league in sacks though. Eagles may have like 68.
Yeah, they got it from the game when we played them. They got the
Eagles
stats
had
from the
70
game.
sacks.
Man, Denver
It was
been
70
had
Winston for the
defense.
Eagles.
Denver been had defense for years. They just ain't had no offense until Peyton got
Yeah, they got like 10 on us.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Shit, they got more of that on us.
Eagles
Yeah.
had 41.
Hey, that coach, that Denver coach, Vance Joseph, that dude is a hell of a defensive coach. Boy.
You
He
said
ain't a
the
good
Eagles
head
had
coach.
41 titles.
Yeah, last year in 2024.
I knew it wasn't far off. I knew it wasn't far off.
They had 6 sacks in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna count those.
Oh, I know that.
But yeah, I knew it wasn't far off. So yeah, he building it like he built the Jets.
I say we get 40 plus this year.
I be happy with 35. Well, I ain't gonna eat my hold.
And again, while everybody is talking about sacks, man, I'm looking for. I think somebody else said it too. I'm waiting to see if one of our new safeties. And please let me finish. I want to see if one of our new safeties has the ability to get interceptions like Willie Moe. Because if that's the case, then they stay healthy, we gonna have us a good player on our hands.
Hit that play button, Tidy.
Coach, let me tell you, both of the safeties we got, I think those two had the most interceptions in the country the last few years in college.
Yeah,
Hey,
one had 11, one had 13.
Hey, speaking of William Moe, did any of y'all happen to catch Asante Samuels live on his YouTube channel tonight?
I did.
He mentioned the Falcons a little bit. He was talking about when the Falcons brought him in, they brought him in to instill some toughness on a team that was deemed real soft. Somebody got some bad feedback coming in. But he was saying that he was brought in to instill like some toughness on a team, like guys like him and Dante Robinson when he was here.
Yeah, I think Bates picked that.
Wait, when was he here?
2011, 12.
Oh, he told us a good goddamn lie because we still had Claiborne. We still had, what you talking about?
D-block back then. He came into a team that was already tough. Now Dante Robinson brought toughness. Asante Samuels not like
he had Abraham. He had everybody there still.
Yeah, he was here 12 and 13.
We had Spoon.
Yeah, he chirping. I mean, I don't know what toughness he brought to them, but I missed them guys, to be honest with you.
I think with this class here and with base leadership in the backfield, you can kind of sort of if they develop right, that D block will be back in the secondary. Um, the potential is there for that squad.
Okay. So
I ain't seen potential well, to be honest with you, in the defense in a long time. And
James, we don't use
what
that word on here now. You know that.
but I'm using it, but you know what I'm saying? I'm using it, Red, to be honest with you, because I see it. I finally see a good defense on the field and everything
Right.
like that.
Yeah, but the thing about D block though is they weren't the best at stopping the pass, but they'll knock your block off. They were some heavy hitters. Outside of Willie Moe, he is our biggest interception person ever. Um,
Right.
but yeah, hopefully these
Nate
guys
Ollie,
don't just get interceptions; they can actually hit too. Because
Yeah.
them boys used to lay the wood.
Nate Ollie had some good stats from the last 2 years, so I feel better about him now.
Yeah, and I just think with Nate Ollie, you know, with the defensive line and the potential with the defensive line, my key thing and that I'm focusing on and that I'm worried about is the linebacker play. I want that linebacker play to step up more than anything. I'm not worried about Caden Ellis, but Diablo, if they're gonna keep Montana Troy, you
Man,
know what I'm
let me
saying?
tell you, his ass out of here. He don't fit this team no more.
I don't think they're gonna get rid of him this year, Ray. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it's potential that he can get rid of. But between that battle and he could be a good depth player within the fold. Well, so you got to have depth at each position.
Okay, hit that play button to see what they say about the linebackers. Then.
Sit him on the bench.
You put him on special team.
That too.
This first time that I think I've had the chance to talk to you about that acquisition, kind of your overall thoughts and what he brings to the room.
Extremely high-end athlete. He's long, he's fast, really comfortable playing in space. I think he's going to be a guy that's going to benefit a ton from being put on repeat, being able to, really hone in on certain techniques and doing them over and over again. But really excited about what he brings to the table, especially as far as just the ability to play in space and cover a lot of ground for us.
To that point, I know he was a college safety turned pro linebacker, and that's something that I think Jeff Ulbrich has done in the past year. Foye Oluokun has the same kind of mold and makeup. What about that skill set and maybe that journey shows up in Divine's play as you can see it when you're watching?
Sure. Just what I was talking about, I think when you're a back end player moving up, you see the comfort level in coverage. You see the comfort level in zone drops, playing man coverage. And then you put a little more work in the run game, in the run fits, taking on blocks, stuff like that. We kind of feel it's easier to teach that part of the game than be able to teach speed and feel and coverage. So I think it's a pretty natural transition for a lot of those guys. I know, Divine was a Virginia Tech safety, and he played down by the line of scrimmage some, but his comfort level playing in space really intrigued us.
It's interesting, obviously get Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. in the draft, 2 first-round picks. As you're kind of looking at someone like Caden Ellis and how adding those 2 guys could benefit Caden specifically, how do you kind of weigh that in your brain as you're looking at potentially getting these guys on the roster?
Yeah, sure. Number one, you got 2 guys that are very, very good at getting after the quarterback. That's what Caden really brings to the table from an inside linebacker perspective too. So I would imagine, it would really free up all 3 of them. In all reality, it's, where do you want to put the tough block on? Do you want to give the running back on Jalen Walker now? Do you want to give the running back on James Pierce now? So it's very intriguing. We got to be careful at the same time not to do too much where because you can have a lot of fun with those guys, but you can also overwhelm a team too, trying to move everybody around. So we got to find our sweet spot, but you never shy away from good players.
Nice. And last
Running
question for
back
me.
can't block them.
When it came, this is the first time that we're speaking since Jeff Ulbrich came in and, brought in guys like Rudy. And I'm curious kind of what the assimilation process was of molding together the philosophies of what you guys had last year to what he's wanting to do now.
Yeah, it's been really cool. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, I guess big picture things, both Brick and Rudy, they kind of come from my background as well.
Right.
I mean, they were kind of the Pete Carroll system, Gus Bradley system, who all learned from Monty Kiffin, who, my dad played for Monty Kiffin. I played for Monty Kiffin. Raheem got his start with Monty Kiffin. Yeah. So big picture football philosophy, a lot of that stuff is similar, but it's been really cool to see how they've developed their system with the Jets. And you can almost date it back to the Jacksonville Jaguars and 49ers as well. But it's been a lot of fun. And then, same thing I said earlier, though, you got to be very careful of not to do too much. You got to pick and choose what you really, really like and what really fits best with your personnel. And then, then it's about just really honing in on those details and getting really good at it during the offseason.
Getting with our personnel department.
What's his role with the team? What's his background?
I don't know. Hit play.
No, I mean the guy that just talked.
I ain't see his name.
Linebackers coach.
Okay, Barrett Rudd.
Yeah.
All right.
Sound like Ulbrich bought him from the Jets.
Also, y'all want to go ahead.
My bad. Oh, well, I was going to say what he said is what I've been saying. Like, there's a lot of talent now on this team. Like, somebody not going to play. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that simple. Which is good because that means we're going to have the best product possibly on the field because they're going to have to fight for a spot.
Yeah, and he basically said you can't block them all because they coming.
Somebody not going to get some burn. And, how is that? Are they going to be selfish or are they going to be team players or, how is that going to move forward?
Yeah, what running back going to block James Pierce Jr.? I want to see that.
None, but that's his point. You got to choose who you're going to block.
It ain't going to be
everybody coming.
The whole both Jalen and James and Leonard.
Everybody coming, so
I don't know. It's a good problem to have, but it's definitely a problem. We gotta
literally gonna have three guys coming at you. Three guys that you can't. I mean,
I'm anxious to see it, and for those of you guys that's in Atlanta, I really hope y'all go to some of these open practices if they have it, and stream that shit because I would love to see how they're gonna attack this.
Yeah. They don't allow cameras at Falcons practice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't even do it at training camp.
Escort your ass right up out of there.
Real quick. Before we get out of here, y'all know if y'all watch Top Billing, this is a pretty good YouTuber who gives a lot of fair and unbiased opinions on college and NFL. So I want to listen to what he says real quick about our draft here real fast, y'all.
Why you loading that?
Uptown.
So what, Coach?
I was just asking, does it cost to go to training camp days or whatever?
I think they charge like $5 now.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to come down there then. Yeah. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, go by Athens too, Coach.
Jalen Walker from Georgia, that dude, if we're talking about talent, meaning the myriad of things one can do, man, what can't Jalen Walker do, right? I don't know exactly where they're playing, at least as of me recording this right now. I'm sure people will update me in the comments.
Sound like James.
Comment section. But man, the Falcons already have a couple of good off-ball linebackers. That's where Jalen Walker would absolutely crush it at. They always have a need for edge defenders. And I'm talking about edge defenders, not edge rushers. I think Jalen Walker could slot in as an edge defender and do big things, right? I mean, beyond that, right? Xavier Watts at safety. House way. It's great value right there. Obviously, Billy Bowman as well, right? He can play myriad positions, man. I think a small, short, brief draft by the Atlanta Falcons.
Somebody need to mute their phone, bro.
But
all y'all mute your phone. Y'all ready to talk.
None more so than my man James Pierce. I got to take a look at James Pierce. That boy right there has the freak written all over him. Every time I would see him, I was like, man, that cat reminds me of Javon Curse. Anybody remember Javon Curse? Yeah, that dude was a damn animal. James Pierce with Jalen Walker and Arnold Ebiketie. What? Come on, man. You already know how the Falcons used to do it, right? When they had John Abraham, I felt like, damn, they could always use somebody next to John Abraham. They could never find that dude, whether it be Jamal Anderson, Lawrence Sidbury. After that, right, they had Vic Beasley for a little bit, right? He was explosive like a couple of years or something like that, but they could never put it together and have multiple players who could defend the edge and rush the passer. Now they may have quite a few of them. Let that sink in. The Atlanta Falcons are coming. So I talked about being an edge defender, not just an edge rusher. How much pride and passion do you take in defending the run? Now look at this from James Pierce right here. It's pretty funny right here. He's telling the 3 technique to reduce, right? He wants them to reduce maybe to a 2-eye so he can get in there as well, so they can crash down and possibly stop this short yardage situation. And look exactly what happened. Look at that. Bang! A little friendly fire there, but look who does it. Look who does the damn thing right there, right? But man wasn't getting the signals, right? Something was crossed up in his brain cells or something like that. He's telling him, like, bro, what are you doing? Reduce down. He gonna make him reduce down. Bang, fertilized his own player, right? Made him touch earth, and then he's still the one that crashed down and bang, look at that. Oh, what the fuck? Why the quarterback turned so quickly? Scared, right? Bang. Right in his back right there, sent shockwaves through his spinal cord and spinal column and all that right there. And my man's getting after it right there. I love to see some shit like that. You'll see most of these people, they'll duck out of a play like that. They're like, well, I'm on the edge. I'm not going to be able to really impact it that much. My man crashing down and crashing into his own players right to defend the run. That is something that I noticed about James Pierce. He's equally happy to defend the run as he is to get to the passer by any means necessary. A similar deal right here. You can see him on a squeeze down. He has to play it safe because, of course, you got the quarterback here on an option or on a zone read here. He could obviously take it 88 out the gate, out the backside right there. So he has a slow play this, but then he continues his trek, right? That's one of them Jones that I had to pay attention to right here because look at that. My man's chasing it down, right? Like I'm telling you, man, with my experience playing this sport, covering and shit like that, right? If it's not there in backside pursuit for a lot of people right there, they'll lollygag that shit and say that somebody else has it. That's just it right there, right?
All right, James, let me pause it real quick. We got to talk through it a little bit. I know you're a real big SEC guy. I know you watch all the games. Like, what are we seeing in these first 2 plays with James Pierce that makes him so dynamic against the run, which has really been a real sore spot in the Atlanta Falcons defense for who knows how long? Like, what pop off so far on this tape that you seeing, James?
What pops out for me with Pierce is that his instincts, knowing what to do in certain situations, as far as on the run. What he did before when he was trying to get that defensive lineman down was try to put him on the guard in the 2 so he can have that outside. So his natural instinct, what he did was he scraped down and got to that quarterback to stop that. Right here, it's showing that in this play right here, his ability to, as we call it, running at an angle. He's running at an angle to chase down the running back. He's not lollygagging because top billing is right. usually on those plays right there on that back side, if the play is not on that side, a lot of the players will lollygag over there. Lollygag over there. But with him trying to chase down the player, that shows me that his instincts is kicking in and he's getting to the running back and running at an angle so that running back won't get more yardage.
He gets to the ball.
Yeah. But in football, they teach you that if a player is running, you run at an angle to chase it down so that that person won't get any additional yardage. And that's what he's doing. And that's one of those things that you know that you got your dog right there.
And then look
That's what's
how
going
fast
on
he
right
got
here with
there.
this particular breach, right? People are hung up on the block, but my man Johnny on the spot continues to run, continues to rush, and gets my man lifted. Damn, why you lift him up like that? Right? He's coming and bringing bad intentions with it. Splaka tire. Splaka tire. Look at this. Look at that. Slow play it, does his job there, and then helps run down the play right there, right? Probably could have been worse if he hadn't been hustling. Now he has a three-pronged approach as far as rushing the passer. All right, he'll take, of course, an outside approach. He will go through you, and then he will make use of inside, right? Some of these guys, right, as simple as that seems, some of these guys can't work a three-pronged approach because that's just the basis of it. Then from there, you add two moves on to the inside. You add another move on, right? Maybe going through someone like a certain type of way. And, of course, on the outside, you can add various moves to that shit right there. That's how you build a move set, right? A set list. Look at this joint right here. I love this.
Try to pause right quick.
You see that wide man? What can't Jay?
So what he's saying is that the end is he can either attack the outside shoulder or the inside shoulder of that tackle to try to get to that quarterback, basically. And
Or
you can
go
go
through
back
you.
to or go through you. Yeah.
As far as rushing the passer, right? He'll take, of course, an outside approach. He will go through you, and then he will make use of inside, right? Some of these guys, right, as simple as that seems, some of these guys can't work a three-pronged approach because that's just the basis of it. Then from there, you add two moves on to the inside. You add another move on, right? Maybe going through someone like a certain type of way. And, of course, on the outside, you can add various moves to that shit right there. That's how you build a move set, right? A set list. Look at this joint right here. I love this. Look at this. Oh, you see that wide step? Gave him that big action. Look at that. Came off right here. That foot in the ground. Got skinny by getting wide. Look at the long step he takes, right? He's making use of that long frame that he has, right? Long legs, long arms, all that right there. Long arms of a law. And look at that heavy-legged waist bending. Can't even get barely a hand on him right there. Look like he just touched his arm, right? Hell of a move right there, right? We're just looking at the application of it. We're not looking at the actual play. We're just looking at some of the stuff that he has in his arsenal, right? This is much just teach tape, if anything. Another outside.
Oh, right there. It's old. You remember the old school names for Wham and Rip?
Yeah.
So what he did was a rip right there. And on the defensive line, lowest man wins all the time. You see how low he was for him to be that tall
Mm-hmm.
and to get under him? He won the battle because he was the lowest man right there. And he planted that foot and he didn't half step with it. He went full fledged with his move to get in there, to get in there. If the quarterback was passing, he would have sacked him.
Let me ask you this, James or whoever, because with the film that we're watching right now, I see this guy has a cat quick first step, good technique, like Top Billing said, he got skinny. Should I be concerned about, because I'm looking at him doing against college tackles, of course, but should I be concerned, should I be concerned with his size against these pro tackles in the league?
Yeah, that was one. That's why I started it earlier. I said they have things, both of them, they need to work on. Yes, to answer your question, he needs to add probably about a good 10 pounds, of solid muscle on him because he is. I mean, he's gonna be going against some big boys in the league. Uh, but but I lost my train of thought. My bad. Um, Damn.
Cookies and cakes.
So with me, he can operate at 245. It wouldn't hurt for him to put on 5 to 15 pounds worth of muscle.
James, real
To
quick, and I'm sorry to interrupt you. I want to ask you this though: if he put on, let's say, the high end 15 pounds, are you concerned about him losing his quickness off the ball?
no,
Okay,
no,
go ahead.
no.
Go ahead. Keep cooking.
So he can operate at that size. If you think back maybe 2, 3 years ago, look at the size of Hassan Reddick and what he did in that league that one year. A lot of pass rushers these days are operating at the range of what his size is. And the thing is that he can for his size, he's quite strong. And because if you look back in a letter bird game, when I put up his highlight tape, he took an offensive tackle that was a big offensive tackle and he bull rushed him and put him on the ground. So he has the strength to do what he needs to do to take on an offensive tackle and take on a pro offensive tackle. So I think he could do good at his size, but it wouldn't hurt for him to put on 5 or 10 pounds.
I agree.
Side approach from a 2-point stance. We know Jeff Ulbrich has a lot of versatility amongst his front. So you see guys on their feet, or you can see guys in a 3-point stance, 4-point stance. He can do it all, right? He's a scheme specific, right? He's scheme specific because he's so versatile that he's not scheme specific. So whatever scheme you're running, he's specific to that particular scheme right there. But check this joint out right here. Has he done? Look at the pushing people off their spot, man. Like I mean, a lot of people say maybe you got to finish more or whatever like that. Sometimes, man, some of these guys are good. They're playing football too, and they're able to shake the spot. However, he pushes people out their spot a lot. You see what happened just then right there? It almost looked like he went from the inside move. He made your man go inside. You saw the reaction from the tackle, right? Big action gets big responses. So look at the hands right there, and then look at that jab on the inside. Made him go inside. Now he's heavy-legged, waist bending, and reaching. And if you reach, I'll teach you. See him getting on the outside there, flushing the QB from the spot, making him vacate the premises. And there it is. I want to talk about his strength. I know when people see somebody with a long
And see that right there, a lot of fans don't understand. A lot of people who watch football don't understand. What he did right there, like all the time, everyone just want to scream about sacks. Sometimes all you can ask them is to get the quarterback off his spot, to make him uncomfortable, make him move. And hopefully someone, if he did that on our team, someone be right there to clean up and actually get the sack. But a lot of the times though, that ain't glorified because he ain't get the sack.
Good point, Cole.
And Jay makes a great point right there as well. If you have good and convert speed to power, it doesn't matter what size you are, and he can do that.
kind of wiry frame, they're going to automatically assume that they're not strong, right? No, you're not strong because of your little long wiry frame or your short wiry frame or whatever frame you have. James Pierce doesn't have them problems. The best part of his game in his set list to me is his bull rush.
Okay, James, did you mention his bull rush just a moment ago?
Yes, I did. Boy, look, his bull rush. So, and that's another thing that sets him apart because with some pass rushers, they can just get you with moves, and some can just get you with a straight bull rush. With James Pierce, he has both. also uh, if he comes in the league and it just keep progressing, he'll be a monster. He'll be working on his second contract in a couple of years.
This John right here, he looks like he's almost impossible to anchor against for some odd reason, right? He's definitely deceptively strong, or however people gonna characterize that as, right? But once again, giving him a head.
So
what you say? What you say, Red?
Yeah, I was like, I don't think about his second contract. Let's keep it cheap as long as we can. I like these rookie deals.
I said could be. I said could be.
Red
Wow.
was the main person that said, "Oh, let's not be negative," but he's still the most negative motherfucker on the panel.
How is that negative? What you talking about, man? What is you talking about? How is that negative?
It's a
What is
negative
he talking about, James?
That's between you
Antonio.
and Antonio, Red.
Okay, between me, because I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Shit, I'm out of this.
That's Antonio.
I
You
know
say
who
you
he is, but I don't know what he's talking about, so I'm staying out of it. But anyway, James, you got what I was saying, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
the man.
I do.
You the man.
But yeah, you see his bull rush right there. You see his bull rush. You see the engagement. Once he stepped up into that offensive tackle, he already had him beat. So when you have him beat and he convert that speed to power, overall, that offensive tackle might as well should have gave up and just gave up the sack at this point instead of getting embarrassed like that.
Man, I'm loving what I'm seeing from this dude right here.
Me too, Red.
And Jalen, when you
Man,
had
getting
Jalen,
into
like I
his
say,
chest.
man, we gonna have too many dogs, man. Like I say, as long as everybody bring the A game, I'm loving
Pit bulls coming from everywhere.
Ooh, he
That's
took
what I'm
one to
saying.
the
You're not gonna be able
chops
to
too,
block
right?
everybody.
So you know he's at least 25% concussed. Bang, right? Still working it though, right? Still working it for muscle memory. But listen, this dude is unable to anchor. He's walking this man to the lap of the quarterback, right? He's on rollerblades on ice and all that, and he takes a tumble, right? Boom. James Pierce not even looking at him. That was some wreckage and carnage. But look at this, man. You would expect the dude to be able to boom right here, sit down, sink those mud hooks in, and it be a wrap. Nope. He's taking abuse. Look at that.
And see, the great thing is,
He took one
he ain't
back
even
to
got
the
to do it by himself, man. He ain't even got to do it by himself. He got teammates all around him. Then you gonna forget he out there, and that's when you gonna really get killed. When you like, oh, good. Hopefully Jalen and Leonard distracting you. Like, man, we got to put an eye on Jalen. We got to put an eye on Leonard. Oh shit, who is this big ass nigga right here? Boom. That's who I am, motherfucker. James Pierce.
chops. So he look like he about 85% concussed right there. Might have to go ahead and give him 100% concussion rate on this one because he ends up falling down right there. Bang. Down goes the gator.
Where you going?
What are we doing here? This might be my favorite one right here. You know you take the hearts of men when you can get someone to stop moving their feet this quickly. Look at that right here. And then
Boy, look at that first step down.
He's trying to help out, little man.
Where you
Excuse
going?
me, little
Come
man.
here,
I'm
boy.
trying to get to your
Come here,
quarterback.
boy.
What are we doing here? Look at this right here. What type of pass protection is this? First and foremost, my man overextends immediately, right? Gets hezied up out of there, right? He's damn near past the line of scrimmage, right? He's almost getting a first down as an offensive lineman. First down, right? He's 10 yards downfield. He should be trying to retreat and get there. Look at him in FEMA mode, just trying to do anything, right? He has a little bit of help right here.
Well,
But
get
yeah,
around the edge,
running back, no bueno. Bang, right there. Separated that man from his own soul, right? Made him get a reverse first down, right? He went the wrong way, 10 yards right there. He's offering Salah, right? He's on his Islam. He's offering Salah. What are we doing here? Chasing the quarterback out of there. That is a damn good move list right there. This is a game training shit together. Oh my God, I gotta see that. Hezzy. See how he came out the line of scrimmage first and foremost. Look at it. You see the hezzy on him, right? Varying the rhythm of it, getting him to reach. He don't know what's coming on. Then he explodes up out of it. Plays the hand right. Hit him with the arm over.
So
bang, slapped him on his elbow
Yeah, ain't gonna do
there.
nothing but chase somebody, chase the quarterback into another sack.
So pause. So right there is the old school motion for swim. That's a swim move. So he hit him with that first moment. When the offensive tackle made that mistake and reached for him, he just hit him with a quick swim move and got on the outside of it. And the running back, I just felt sorry for him.
I know, right?
Running back can't block nobody. Not that man. I told you.
He
He get
tried,
his
but he
ass
got
beat.
trucked.
You're right, Tony. He tried. He tried.
He tried, but he got trucked. He got ran the fuck over.
Right. And you see the key thing with James Pierce, what a lot of a great pass rushers have. It's called that motor. That motor. He has a
Yep.
motor on him. He never stops. And that's what we've been missing for a long time.
Yeah, you see
And the
that
thing about it
guy
is,
like
when
Mikal Parsons.
somebody else coming off that other edge, you're gonna run right into their ass.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I'm getting a UGA feeling with our defense, man, because I know how many good players we got on the defense, man. I mean, we're gonna have pass rushers coming from everywhere. Then with the secondary, good lord. I mean, even if you get the ball off, they're gonna be in perfect position to pick it off, even if you get it off.
Please stop comparing my Falcons to them puppies, bruh.
Don't do that, coach.
Yeah, don't do that, coach.
I'm just saying, these are the Falcons, not the puppies.
If anything, we don't need to be comparing Texas to the Falcons.
Or Texas to Georgia either.
Right.
And that's top billing. Y'all make sure to check him out, man. He do some great breakdowns on football. Before we get out of here, y'all, one quick segment, real quick, y'all. We've been talking about defense. We'll be looking at the defense. Real quick from everybody on the panel. One thing that I don't want to say that has went beneath the surface because we all know how important it is, but we really haven't really talked about it since we had this all defensive draft. Michael Penix Jr. He's going to be entering his second year. He's no longer Ricky. With Kirk Cousins on the bench, maybe going to be traded. We don't know, but I hate to say it, y'all, but we're gonna expect him to step up and take another step into his career trajectory. So, what do y'all expect to see from your quarterback in year 2, first year as a full-time starter? What do you guys expect?
I think he's gonna light their ass up. Like I said, I think we probably be top 5 offense, top 10 defense.
Ooh, that sounds like a conference championship game, Antonio.
I got big hope for this squad this year, man.
I love it, bro.
We finally balanced.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, I'm gonna have to bring him back to earth. I just want to see him progress because he didn't have he was very Desmond Rittery last year. So,
Oh man, come the fuck on, coach. You tripping?
no, come on, look at his numbers. Look at their numbers. They were very similar.
Coach,
So,
we had this conversation before. Coach, look at the tape. Look at the tape before you look at the numbers for what he did.
let me finish my
You say
opinion.
Dez Thriller.
My opinion, he put up some Desmond numbers last year. So this year, I would like to see him progress to the next level, which I believe he will do. Y'all so quick to chime in, you won't let me finish. I believe he'll progress to the next level.
Like T.I. said in his interview, that's because you started all this bullshit.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't sugarcoat, So hopefully, he progressed to the next level this year, which I think he will do. And I'm more worried about seeing 4-5 screens in the game again. So I don't know.
On here acting like Candace Owens.
So for me, I think the progression is going to be there for Michael Penix. Coming from an interview for Zach Robinson the other day, he said that the playbook will open up even more this year. So I see the progression with Michael Penix being the quarter. I think he'll be a top 15 quarterback this year. I'm not putting top 5 on him just yet. He got to progress to that.
I'll say, look, man. Everything we don't heard about this kid.
Hold on, Red. I'm sorry. Somebody got their feedback coming in. Coach, is that you?
I don't know, but I'll mute.
All right, go ahead, Red. I'm
Everybody
sorry.
comment said Coach high as fuck.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, when have we ever heard of a quarterback with all this talent that didn't pan out? I mean, talent that we've been heard about this kid, what we've already seen, the arm, the accuracy. How can he the pieces he has around him, Bijan, Drake, pieces to take pressure off him? How can he not succeed, you guys? I mean, he would have to literally
look at the throws that man made.
Huh?
And then you got to just look at the throws that man made. Desmond Ritter wasn't throwing that ball like that, man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what coach talking about. What I saw last year showed me we got a guy that can lead this team with the right pieces around them, and we just put some more good pieces around them after this draft. Dude, we got a chance to go all the way within the next 3 or 4 years, I believe. We got a chance to go all the way. We back, y'all. The Matt Ryan era is back.
In Coach's defense, I just think he's trying to temper his expectations.
I know what Coach doing, but Coach, you can be a little. Trust me, Coach. We back, man. You get a little happy, man. We finally got a balance team.
Yeah, again, y'all can crown him the king of Zamunda all you want. All right, you got to show me. That's just it. From what I seen last year, again, his numbers and what he did on the field. Yeah, he made some good throws. Yeah, he led us to a win. But I did see some off the wall throws. I mean, where the issues that he had coming from college, where he does not have touch. Hopefully, I hope he learns to, put a little touch on that ball and not throw darts every time.
Okay, I see.
Coach, when you talk like that, you know what I hear?
I don't care.
Go back to my pinky mode and be like, "Who sent you, nigga?"
Yeah, all right. Well, that just means you're not realistic because I'm not speaking.
I'm realistic, and I'm real hopeful too.
Facts. So
as a Falcons fan, all we can do is be hopeful.
Yeah, but I mean that don't negate facts though. But okay, go ahead.
But you didn't state no facts, especially if you compared that man to Ritter.
I did state a fact. If Toddy could pull up his numbers. Matter of fact, we had this discussion before.
I have heard nobody compare Penix to no Ritter, man. Nobody. They wouldn't even be. We wouldn't have the expectations we have going into the season if we thought Penix was anything like Ritter.
Did I say they were alike? Did I say that? I don't recall saying that. I said they had the same numbers. I didn't say nothing about them being the same player or he played like him or none of that. I didn't say that. I said they had the same number. So again, moving forward, I hope he progressed to the next level and get better. Did Ritter
have a 300-yard game with 3 games?
What'd you say, Tonio?
Did Ritter have a 300-yard game in only 3 games?
No.
All right, and with that said, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and check out. Like we said, we were gonna be here too long tonight, man. Just want to come in and talk a little shit real quick. So we're gonna go ahead and bid or do to everybody. Next time we come on, man, we'll probably look at some Jalen Walker film. Maybe top billing what been and broke some of that film down for us. But before we go,
Jalen crack somebody, man.
Yeah, I'll try to find something on him next time and come on here. But speaking of that, Red, before we go, man, I know you got a show tomorrow. Let everybody know where they can find you at tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., please.
Well, y'all know what the time is. In about 8.5 hours.
Mute your mic, Coach.
Hop on YouTube and Facebook, and y'all see Red and Real Sports Show at 11 a.m. We got some things to talk about, man. We're going to probably talk about this draft, talking about the NBA playoffs, talking about everything that went on this week. So, you know how we do. Red and Real Sports Show, 11 a.m. Tidy, thanks for having me tonight. Coach, James, Tonio, Winston. Love talking to you, brothers. Another good debate.
Yes, sir.
Likewise, bro.
Yes, sir.
Tonio, let everybody know what you got going on, man. Go ahead and market or promote social media, anything you got coming up.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to my niece is getting married tomorrow, so that'll be the most of my day and my weekend. I got a lot of family coming down, so
Yeah, that all day tomorrow for you.
yep. So that'll be my day tomorrow. So
Make sure you post some pictures now.
oh, you know I am. No, I am. And I got a doctor in the family now, so hey. My sister did a good
Congratulations.
job.
What? Your whole damn family is medical.
Hell yeah, my sister a nurse practitioner. My niece just graduated from Auburn University. She a pharmacist.
Congratulations.
My niece is getting married tomorrow. She worked for the news company down in Columbus, and she got her own. She got a store. So, yeah, my daughter.
Congratulations, Antonio, man.
My
Congratulations.
older daughter worked for the CDC. My other daughter, she at Troy State, about to do her thing in sports medicine. So, hey, overall, I'm happy, man. I'm good.
Yeah, man. Congratulations. That's good to hear, brother. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
My
Yes,
dog.
sir.
My bro.
All right, Winston, you done fell asleep on us, bro? Yeah, he out of there. He out like Joe Frazier against Ali. All right.
Yeah, he mad because LeBron got eliminated.
All right, so James, Coach done left, but I know you and Coach got a podcast / YouTube channel coming up very soon that we all looking forward to see. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about that, man, and what we can look forward to seeing from you and Coach.
Pretty much just break down the Falcons and just breakdown of everything within the NFL and the football, and just different topics in regards to the NFL.
They
I
show
don't
gonna be
know.
called. With that being said,
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be called. And
Oh, you for real?
so
With that being said,
no, boy, you know, but it's
They
just a
was
breakdown
creative.
of the NFL. So just be on the lookout for it. Still trying to figure out the logistics, but overall, it's coming.
Yes, sir. We'll be looking forward to it, man. So whenever it drop, make sure we know, and that way we can all go and support. With that said, we about to hop out of here, man. Another great night with the crew with the panel, man. I want to thank everybody for coming through. Tonio, Shawty Red, James, Winston, even though he went to sleep on us. Coach, everybody in the chat, man. Friday, well, technically Saturday. So y'all have a blessed weekend. Be safe, and we will see y'all soon. Be on the lookout for the eye test Wednesday at 10 p.m. Until then, gone. Peace. Y'all be
blessed,
good.
fellas. Be blessed.
Later,
Be
y'all.
blessed, everyone.